Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this like 765 portion is like having Jen Ortega, Sydney Sween, and like Prime Megan Fox in one room, and it's like, oh, but you're beautiful too. You're great too. I'd fuck you. Yeah. What is going on, yo? It's your boy Nindo back with the Dragon Ball Legends video, and today I am bringing you a top 10 tier list. Jesus Christ. Yeah, somebody gotta tell this nigga to stop being so extra. God damn. Anyway, part 2, Dragon Ball Legends 10th anniversary, top 10 tier list. I think it's the correct tier list. Let's find out if you agree. Anyway, we're gonna get right into it. We're gonna go from 1 to 10. I'm not gonna do any honorable mentions, and I'm not gonna do any like dashes or slashes. I'm gonna give you my exact reasoning for everything, and if you agree, if you disagree, definitely leave it in the comments, and let's get started. So, starting for the top 10 unit. That's what it feels like when this fucker just strike carding you, right? Having draw speed on top of it, supplying himself with cards, having green cards that give him more cards, has a main that gives him another green card that gives him more cards on top of that, right? Also has card protection in that little onslaught he's doing to you, and also happens to be on one of the most toxic teams in the game, arguably the most toxic team. Daima could suck my cock to this day. I do think he's a heavy reason why Daima is still pre-existing as potentially either the first or second best team. I'm gonna go up and talk to you guys about that. But yeah, so he has a disrupt, right? He can seal strike cards very easily. Like I said, he supplies himself green cards. He can seal strike cards, get an easy combo on you, have you swaying and stuff like that. And that combo he does to you is very lethal, right? He's green, which is still a great color. There's no purples around, right? And honestly, he could just shred through MUI Goku. He could also shred through Kaio-Ken Goku because he's immune to some of his effects if you use him correctly. But he's just a little terrorist damage dealer. He can protect himself with his disrupt, and then he also heals if you try to snipe him. So you try to pill out UMV, for example, and say, I'm sick of this little fuck. Let me ult him. He heals when you pop main. Now, is he going to survive all the time? I'd say it's a 60-40, but he has a chance of surviving that. So, great color, dumb onslaught damage. For the most part, can't be stopped. He's doing his job on his team. You know, you have the other unit, Ku, the protector, defense, destroy cards, blah, 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 etc., etc. You have Super Saiyan for Goku, who's just like an all-arounder. And then you have the mini tyrant. The second he gets a combo on you, you're going to feel it. I promise you, you're going to feel it. And obviously, doing damage makes you good. And being able to tank and not be useless in that category makes you good. And being able to destroy somebody's entire deck of cards, you know what I'm saying? To seal your entire strike hand, that gives you a lot of value. So I do think his team definitely does boost him up. You can use him outside the team and he still can have value, but yeah, that's that for that. All right, going on to number 9. I'm not gonna lie, a nigga already forgot. Yo, I'm not gonna lie, it's not that the list is hard, it's just, am I trolling? No, I'm not. Okay, number 9, I'm pitting Revival UI Goku. Do I think this guy is kind of, sort of a revival slash stalling merchant? Yes, but he does it well, and then he has equal stats. He's strike and melee based, so you can pit him on, you know, 2 teams. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, no, I'm gonna stand by this. Because I'm thinking about somebody else I'm contesting him with, but I'm gonna stand by it. But yeah, he has equal stats. You can build him strike, you can build him melee. Obviously, he can be partnered with UI Goku. Obviously, he can be partnered with, you know, UMV, etc., etc. Has a plethora of teams, right? Zenkai buff is kind of lackluster, so that kind of just diminishes his value a little bit. If you buffed like Green Saiyans, that'd be crazy, but I don't know if that would take him up, but it would obviously make a difference, right? He's UI Goku, so he has the evasive. He adds to the stalling that MUI Goku already does. So, you know, it's kind of just bullshitting timer counts, right? In his Super Saiyan Blue form, his main supplies him an entire deck of cards, so whether you want to use that with him, with a cover Nola grants you, or give that to another unit to just amplify how long your combo lasts, that's good. Also restores Vanish on green card, which is, you know, pretty fucking annoying. So like even before you transform, he's already stalling, adding to that stall effect of the team. And then like I said before, he's a revival unit. I'd say as we go up here, a revival unit's value is gonna be well, his value as a revival unit, or because he's a revival unit, is gonna be like self-explanatory, because a lot of these motherfuckers up here really hit you hard, right? They really hit you hard. There's not a lot of issues with purples, but you still take a lot of damage. So obviously you want to either revive or have like a guaranteed safety net, which, you know, he's like a dual safety net. You revive and then you have the UI effect, and then you want to use that blue card and cheese. It's a quick attack. It's, you know, it's just bullshit time wasting in my opinion, but he does it well, and you can't really deny that he's a great color and that he has great teams, and that, you know, picking anybody else over him on those teams wouldn't really make much sense. Now, I'd say somebody you might pick over him on certain setups would be God Goku, who I'm gonna have at 8, right? Still a monster. I don't know how he's been lasting this long. It's actually insane. It's like, I know some OnlyFans creators who can't last. AoE, green. Pairs of MUI Goku. The UMV MUI Goku setup still exists, unfortunately. He gets covered upon landing cards, which can be useful in some scenarios. He also gets covered on green cards, so if you just want to get the, you know, cover null off rip and without having a chance to get countered, pop the green card. Ultimate is still shit for brains damage, right? And I would say that the new units not canceling buffs whatsoever definitely gives his ultimate value. Because there's a lot of scenarios where you're fighting those new teams where you have like opportunity to snipe. Like a 14-star UI God Goku will snipe you with that ult every time. You know what I'm saying? MUI Goku's blue. Vegeta's purple, but God Goku can go type null very easily upon popping the main, pop his gauge, type null, and then ultimate. You know what I'm saying? Only scenario where Vegeta may stop him is if he destroys a card, but you know, it's fucking Vegeta, who cares? He's dog shit. But yeah, Vanish Restore upon using cards, Vanish Restore on a green card. He's just what he's always been. He's been like a really good all-arounder with good teams, good tags, good damage, AoEs, Vanish Restoration, sniping ultimate, and just amazing potential all around. Just amazing all-arounder unit who I wouldn't say has too many flaws to him. Now give me a second, because the 7 I'm debating and now I'm stuck. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this like 7-6-5 portion is like having Jen Ortega, Sydney Sween, and like Prime Megan Fox in one room, and it's like, oh, but you're beautiful too. You're great too. I'd fuck you. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It's like that, but I think the colors are gonna be a primary, like, you know, choosing point for me. So starting at number 7, I know you're like, oh my god, how is he not top 5? His UMV, he's a big terrorist. Blah blah blah. Alright, so I'm just gonna go through UMV's like basic explanation, and then as we go up, I'll explain his spot, because, you know, if I go into much explanation, then you're gonna know who's over him. You know, I don't want to spoil the fun for you. But UMV number 7, yes. Everybody knows what UMV does. He has cover null entry for 10 counts. He gets cover null for 10 counts on his green card. He goes type neutral on his green card. He has an autofill gauge, which, you know, you don't have to do anything to activate, which counters every blast card, gets a free blue card damage. He has a lock-in ultimate, right, which does AoE damage to the team, so you don't want to get locked in with the wrong unit, or he's going to lock in and snipe. He has a disrupt, right, not the gauge disrupt, but he has like a 50% disrupt, to where he forces you to like only have a blast hand, which means you have to activate his gauge afterwards, or have nothing if you know, all you had was strike cards and, you know, other cards. What else does this motherfucker do? He cancels buffs 3 times, so you can't snipe him for the most part. Although you can, and, you know, certain person who can. I'm not gonna spoil the fun, but certain people who can do that. But, yeah, I'm sure I left out other stuff, but Majin Vegeta was made at a time when they were just bullshitting and just not thinking. So, he was crafted with a kit that has, like, everything. You know what I'm saying? He also, I forgot, he also lowers sub counts when he comes in, right? So if you know he's coming out and you're like, okay, I don't want to get sniped by UMV, you don't have a choice, because once the person clicks UMV off standby, it's an auto 3-second lock-in, you can't switch, and then it's a free snipe on whoever's there. So God forbid it's a purple unit, they get fucked. And Vegeta is really doing a good job at diminishing any purple unit's chance of being up here, right? And I'd say it's going to be really difficult for a purple unit to find their way here as long as UMV is still top 10. So he's on a lot of teams, you know, does good damage. There's just a lot of shit about this guy. But yeah, pretty much just staring every purple unit as an opportunity to be here, if that exists, out the way. And he's just an annoying nuisance. Now, units like Ultra Hits do stop this guy from being as an annoyance, right? But not only does he stop UMV, this guy can time skip pretty much anybody, right? So I was just talking about Revival UI Goku and like his like, you know, value as a Revival unit. Your value as a Revival unit is big, you know what I'm saying? So like having a Revival unit in your team, definitely useful. Is my, okay, making sure that the tier list is actually fitting on the screen on my recording, because I'm zoomed in. But yeah, Ultra Hit. Whew. He does great damage, right? His plot gave him a massive buff in defense, right? I'm sure you guys have seen the way that Shallot has been tanking recently. If you've been fighting him in PvP, that's basically the same as Hit. You know what I'm saying? His damage guard skyrocketed, his base defense has skyrocketed, his plot gave him like 30% health, right? So him having like good survivability, he can destroy cards on entry. He supplies himself with green cards very easily. Like he supplies himself with green cards on entry now. So you can pretty much build up that time skip in like 25, 30 seconds. And that shit's like an auto kill, right? So there's a lot of things you don't want to deal with in this game, right? Whether it's like an AoE person who's just trying to AoE fish, they're playing passive. Whether it's UMV himself, who Hit just annihilates UMV and is unaffected by anything he does. Like UMV does go type null on his green card, right? And you know, that could be problematic for some red units, but it's literally just not going to affect Hit because he has so much health and so much damage guarded and so much defense that UMV just really can't do anything to this guy, right? So Hit can snipe God Goku, he can snipe UMV, he can snipe Daima Goku, he can pretty much snipe like, I want to say 90% of this list. And there's certain units we can just drop combo on and also time skip. It's kind of like the Beast Cannon, but if you could do it like multiple times, right? So he could even take a blue unit out with it. If you do time skip on MUI Goku, pop your ultimates, Goku is just a little bit under full health, could definitely die, and I'd say that's fucking huge. Like sniping a unit like MUI Goku, there's not that many people who can do that if the MUI Goku is built properly. So it's like Hit, lots of value, strong red unit, pretty much just diminishing UMV's value a little bit and just being able to snipe like a plethora of these guys who like to stand there in your face and do nothing. So I like Hit, amazing unit. Number 5, he is definitely a merchant to his team. It's hard. Like I said, 7, 6, and 5. Matter of fact, 7, I think I would keep UMV at 7, right? We got to accept that there's strong red units now that can pretty much pack him up and just dick him down. But, like I said, 6 and 5 is kind of like having Jenna Ortega and Prime Megan Fox and be like, yeah, I like you. I'd like to go out with you, please. I'm a simp, you know, take my money type shit. And it's like, I don't know who to give the money to. I don't know who to, like, you know, commit to, whatever. So it's like, Goku, he is a slut to his team, right? Daima Super Saiyan 4. But that team is undeniably still good, right? I still think the best team right now for Daima would be Super Saiyan 4 Goku, Q, and then Mini Goku, right? Because everybody has a job. Super Saiyan 4 is that all-around utility, where he's in taking away a cover null, and he has like a plethora of things he does on his own. Ku is like the combo stopper, paralyze, destroy cards, and then Daima Goku, if he's able to find a combo within that, which should be pretty easy if you're getting paralyzed. Well, Daima Miniku, he's just gonna blitz you, and if God forbid you're using MUI Goku, right, and God forbid there's no purple unit there to protect you, which there's not gonna be, because who the fuck runs purple units? There's no good purple units right now. Team just blitzes you, right? And then Super Saiyan 4 Goku, with everything he offers, right? He has the card protection. He does heavy damage himself. He has the advantage restore and blue card. With the blue card that does a lot of damage inflicted and does a lot of damage, right? He has a green card lock in. So, God forbid he grabs the wrong person at the wrong time, he can lock you in, just beat you to death with his monkey paws. He has the indestructible, right? He has the main, which restores his health. Restores his health, obviously. Restores his vanish. Then he has the lock-in, the last man standing, which is still like a massive factor, right? Because his last man standing takes away your vanish, he gets a free ultimate, you're pretty much right there. And then now he has like literally multiple things in his toolkit he can use to hit you after that, right? Let's say you wanted to use the fucking what do you call that thing again? Let's say you wanted to use overdrive, you can use overdrive. Let's say you want to use the ult, you can use the ult. Let's say you want to use the rush, you can use the rush. It's just a whole bunch of shit he can do. Let's say he wants to lock you with the green card, or that doesn't make sense because yeah, actually it doesn't make sense because your team is locked away. You have no vanish, your team is locked away. You can't go anywhere. So it's like you're just kind of stuck there. And if MUI Goku is that person he's stuck with, he could just pop ults. And if the Diamond Goku is built properly, should be killing you. If not, he could just green card you, start a combo. If it's a green unit, he can go type neutral on his main or his ultimate. So that's not gonna be a problem either. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I just think he has a big utility kit, but his team is definitely the reason why he's here. If it wasn't for the Daima team, I don't know if I'd have him. I don't know if I don't know if I'd have him on the list, but he just works so well with the Daima team. The buffs he gets from being on that team, it's just too much to work with. And his color is still good, right? So yeah, his color is still good. Yeah, I'd say the Daima team really is buffing this guy to where he is right now. Now number 4. Yes. Kaio-Ken Goku. The way I can summarize this guy, excuse me by the way, my bad. Father didn't mean to do that to you. This guy is like Merge Zamasu if he was made correct, but he's still kind of like a star merchant in a way, just not the same way Zamasu is, right? If you have him high stars and he's fulfilling his, partial role of tanking, it's annoying, right? Because he's going to be destroying your cards, he's going to be healing himself, and he's going to be going element null, which makes it like impossible to snipe him out, with whatever blue unit you're using, right? He can also go element null on his green card, right? And the reason why that's more of a problem than it sounds is he's a big damage dealer. Like, this guy's meant to start off as, I'm going to beat the shit out of you before the timer counts run out, right? So you do not want this guy to start hitting you like early game. If you have a yellow unit, you don't want this guy to start hitting you. It's just, he has a whole bunch of damage inflicted, and his green card type null, it's just, it does a lot, you know what I'm saying? And he's able to, have the self... What am I saying? He has the self-survivability with the gauge, and then he can transform and go Kaio-Ken. If you're in a scenario where the solar flare can work, you could pop solar flare, you know what I'm saying, which could be pretty fucking annoying. I'd say he's a really basic unit, but he's just super strong. He hits you hard, he can tank, destroy your cards, and he can also go element null, and he has a blue card in Kaio-Ken, right, that nullifies endurance. So you can really get caught lacking with MUI Goku, because MUI Goku doesn't cancel buffs, right? If you're an MUI Goku user and you're fighting this guy, you feel safe if you're not getting hit. But if the combo starts on you and this guy's present, despite the fact that he's red, he's probably going to be the unit there that's going to be doing the most damage to you, despite the fact that you're blue. And then if you fuck up and get caught lacking, or not even get fuck up and get caught lacking, if he does a mini combo on you, goes element null, and then pops a blue card in Kaio-Ken, endurance nullified, you're dead. So it's like very problematic, you know what I'm saying? I was debating him over this unit over him, but the only reason I'm not anymore is because the team, right? Vegeta is a really sexy unit. I think he's what I wanted Revival UI Goku to be, but it's hard to do that when, Revival Goku doesn't even have blast armor. It's hard for Revival Goku to be this guy. First, easy to find teams, right? He has the same thing Revival Goku has, though. He has, the equal stats. So you can put him in a melee team, right? And you can put him in a blast team. And then he also has blast armor. So you can consider this guy melee unit and just wipe your mind of the fact that his thing says ranged on it. It's basically like a dual unit, right? So, before I go into this guy, I'm going to actually go over his kit and summarize, and then I'm going to start glazing him, because I know he's good, it's just there's a lot. Vegeta is, he's a good-ass unit, man. I had to summarize this for myself again. Alright, so, I hope I don't miss anything. I'm short in this spot, for more reasons than his kit. Like I said, his team. But okay, so multifunction unit, right? Strike Blast. He has Blast Armor, right? Rush Protection, right? He also has card destruction upon, like, you know, getting hits, right? So you hit him, he destroys 2 cards. You already know how fucking annoying that can be. He supplies himself combos, right? So like as he's hitting you, once he does 4 cards, right? Keep in mind he gets like covered on the entry here. He gives himself 3 more cards and he can continue the combo. As his gauge fills, which is, you know, a charge gauge, you get more ki, which means combo continues. He gets draw speed on that. So he's like a combo demon, right? Also he has this thing where you clash with a unit, right? Well, if you clash with a Goku unit, he locks you in for 3 counts if you win, right? He's a green unit, right? I'm sure you already know who's going to be up here, or one of the units are going to be up here. So if he clashes with that unit, right, and wins that clash, Goku is locked in for 3 subcounts. This Vegeta does good damage. It's not like bullshit damage. He does good damage. You know what that means, right? So you just lock in Goku, bullshit him, you know what I'm saying? And then when he revives, he gets the Endurance No Blue card. He just has like a lot of like utility, right? He's a strong unit within his stats. He does good damage. And I just think he's just a really good unit to have on your team. Like if we're thinking of the best rush protection unit in the game right now, this is it. He's very self-capable. He's way more self-capable than rival UI Goku. Excellent color. Excellent unit to play against one of the greatest in the game here. And I cannot glaze this guy enough. Now, one of the reasons why I'm glazing him on top of this, right? I know a lot of you guys are going to be iffy about this one. This is his partner. I think these guys are like jerking each other off, right? And I'm sorry if that made you uncomfortable, but I had to explain that in the best way I can, right? I'm not saying they wouldn't have value without each other, but it was kind of like in a way where you consider that some units would be lower if they didn't have certain partners, right? Like certain units are good, but you see them in a team and you're like, ah, that's annoying as shit. These two are annoying as shit. You know what I'm saying? You have Vegeta destroying cards upon getting hit. You have Cell, who has the 50% the 50% disrupt, so he's gonna stop combos himself if that's the case, right? Cell is just a big damage dealer. He hasn't. Yeah, okay. Okay. Let me talk about Cell, and then I'll talk about both, right? Cell is essentially what Kaio-Ken Goku is, right? I'm here. I kind of want to get this game over with. So once I start hitting you, you're fucked, right? You better pray there's a blue unit back there. But the issue with that, right, is that he also has Ultimate, which nullifies Endurance, right? He nullifies Endurance with every card, by the way. He doesn't have to pop the Ultimate to nullify Endurance. He nullifies Endurance simply by existing. So he could literally kill any unit. UMV, God Goku, any unit of Endurance, dead. It just doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what card he clicks, you know what I'm saying? But his ultimate, type neutral, can kill MUI Goku. Now I'm saying MUI Goku can be out on the field and you can ult him and he'll die. You can sub in, he'll die. You know what I'm saying? Like he's gonna kill MUI Goku. So he has that ultimate nuke, right? His Rising Rush is also essentially what Super Vegeta is with less hassle. All he has to do is click the rush button. He's nullifying Endurance. Somebody dies. You know what I'm saying? Great damage. He has the break cards. He has blast armor. He has the disrupt. I don't think it's a unit that takes a lot of explanation, but right now he's in a really good place because he has that combo with Vegeta, right? He has that ranged unit combo, PO unit with Vegeta, right? So Vegeta is the rush protection on the team if you needed, more rush protection, despite the fact that Cell has Endurance already. You know what I'm saying? And they just work well together. They combo great together. When I say combo, I mean actually hitting you, they combo great together. Vegeta's already great at getting combos off, and have that with Cell as well. Like somebody on your team is taking a lot of damage and dying. You know what I'm saying? So I really just think they're really like stroking each other off like hardcore and holding each other at this spot. The most I would do for Vegeta if Cell didn't exist was pit him under Kaio-Ken Goku. But I do think that the best combo in the game right now is Cell and Vegeta. And whatever that third unit is pretty much a passerby. It could be anything at that point. Like, as long as that third unit has some type of value, it could be Tierlist with the comeback, and the fact that he's tanky and annoying as shit as it is, he gets a comeback mechanic, locks you in, right? Takes away your vanish. Well, he does, I don't think he locks you in, he does take away your vanish, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Gets a fucking combo for Cell going, you know what I'm saying? It's just, once Cell is able to supply himself with that damage he does, right? And there's units who can aid the team's survivability, give him more open shots to get that damage out. It's kind of reps, because eventually Cell's gonna get that ult off, right? If you don't have a revival unit on the team, somebody's dead. You know what I'm saying? God Goku's dead, Kaio-Ken Goku's dead, Hit is dead, UMV is dead, Green Daima's dead. So it's like you're just fucking a lot of people here, just shitting on them. You know what I'm saying? And Vegeta also being green is great, you know, for this reason, because he's extra help with this guy, and Vegeta kind of just fucks this guy, but let's not even get to that. MUI Goku #1 in the game. When this unit first came out, you know, I saw the no cancel buffs and stuff, and I'm like, whatever. Whatever, not that bad. You know what I'm saying? He's okay. You know what I'm saying? Jesus, I fucking hell. I hate this guy. I hate this guy, I hate this guy, I hate this guy. Alright, I don't think it needs much explanation, right? Auto dodge can do up to like 40% of your health, or even more, simply by dodging, you know what I'm saying? His damage is no slouch, he does a lot of damage, right? There's 3 reds here who are like really valuable. Like, there's 3 reds here who are valuable, who I don't think anybody would argue is at least top 10. So him being blue and being able to be like, hey, fuck you, you know what I'm saying? Like, fuck off. Like, Cell is a great unit, but MUI can equally tell Cell to fuck off. They can kind of tell each other to fuck off, but more so or not, MUI Goku's gonna be the one telling Cell to fuck off. And then Cell's gonna be like, Vegeta, come here, I need help, you know, type shit. You know what I'm saying? So, as Cell, you don't want to get caught lacking. You know, pitting the hurts on MUI Goku. As any type neutral unit, you know what I'm saying? You don't want to get caught lacking trying to pit the hurts on MUI Goku and getting hit by his auto counter. So he kind of just has that guaranteed stall, right? The game is about stalling. He can stand there and just bullshit. On top of the fact that he can auto dodge anything you throw at him, he also has the green card, which for some reason they made it to where it works on tap blast and tap attacks and pretty much anything you can do that's not a blue card or a green card. So, green card, once he activates that, locks you in. He gets a free blue card. Blue card does astronomical damage. Yeah, I'd say the only drawback to this guy is that he has to build up in the Omen form, right? But that's not really hard. It's not hard to get combos in Omen. All you have to do is do 6 cards. He's already auto evading in Omen, and then he gets green cards, right? Which you know, restores his gauge in Omen. So he's just gonna have that gauge from the very beginning. From the very beginning, he's gonna be stalling you. He's gonna be a really strong blue unit, just humbling any red unit from being at their full potential, right? Forcing you to essentially run a green, right? Like I said, you do not want to activate this guy's gauge unless it's a green unit. Unless you're really desperate, there's not really much people in the game who you want to be like, hey, I'm just going to throw cards at you. It's not worth it, because you're just going to be taking a shit ton of damage. Blue card has endurance, though. It does Oonga Boonga mega damage, right? He goes element null, right? So if you want to try to snipe him with certain things, he goes element null. Teams are fucking amazing. You can pretty much pair with anybody in the game that's melee. It doesn't really matter. You can pair with Kaio-Ken, you can pair with Daima, you can pair with Hit, you can pair with UMV, you can pair with God Goku, you can pair with UI Goku, you can pair with Daima Goku, anybody you can think of, you can pair with Kaio Khalifa, you can pair with Green Vegeta himself. So if he's like, Cell, fuck you, I want Green Vegeta as a partner, he's mine. Sure. Green Vegeta's double stats. You can run him with MUI Goku. Just runs with everybody. Just, hey, I'm here. Come on, guys. You have a free auto-evasive unit who can stall and just do nothing and just obliterate the opponent if he tries something. So why are you not running me? Why am I not on your team? Main restores Vanish. Gives... Okay, so... Alright. His main restores Vanish, right? And gives him his entire auto gauge back. And then he goes type neutral. He goes type neutral. So if you're trying to like 1v1 this guy, you're like, okay, I have a green unit, so I'm safe. There's nothing UI Go can do to me. Pops main, goes type neutral. If you try to hit him, as that green unit, guess what? He's auto-evading. But now he's type neutral, so it's going to hit you like he's hitting everybody else in the game. So, again, he's stalling you, has the stall effect. It's just kind of bullshit. And I forgot to mention his MUI form, he pretty much restores gauge from anything he does. So, blast card restores gauge, strike card restores gauge, green card restores 50% of the gauge, blue card, right? Remember, I reminded you that he gets a blue card when he hits the green card, also restores 50% gauge. So, if you get that counter off, right? If you get that counter off, which is just a guaranteed fucking, it's a guaranteed blue card. Right after that, he has a full gauge ready to go. So, he's kind of just a BS unit. You know what I'm saying? He stalls timer counts. If timer counts didn't exist, I could definitely see a world where he wouldn't be up here, because obviously you could just be like, alright, you know what, fine, I'm just gonna sit here and wait too. But you can't do that. You know what I'm saying? You can't do that. Obviously you can't do that. You can't let him just sit there and stall you the entire time, so. Anyway, list again is 10 Mini Goku. Right? 9, Revival UI Goku, 8, God Goku, 7, Ultra Majin Vegeta, 6, Ultra Hit, 5, Super Saiyan 4 Daima, 4, Kaio-Ken Goku, 3, Green Revival Vegeta, 2, Ultra Cell, and 1, MUI Goku. But to give you a quick summary, this kid does too much damage, he has a Disrupt, he's on one of the greatest teams, or second best teams in my opinion, but to some people it's still the first. He heals when you try to snipe him with any ultimate, so he can heal off ultimates and stuff like that. He has card protection, so he can go through Kaio-Ken Goku's gauge, right? He can pit the hurt, so any blue unit that gets hit by this guy is getting fucked. Same thing for this guy. Any type neutral unit that's getting hit by this guy is going to take like a lot of damage. Like he's just, especially if he's 14 stars early on, he's doing a lot of damage. He's going to be like the highest damage dealer on your team. Revival UI Goku has stonks because he's Revival. I think he's kind of a stall merchant, but that's not a bad thing. Because, you know, he reduces sub counts on rush, you know, ult and stuff like that, so I think he's a stall Revival merchant, but he's a great color. There's no purples to really bother him here. He can supply combos to your team early on. He has the green cards, which give him Vanish back before he goes into UI. And as he goes into UI, it's extra stalling. So God forbid you're using him with MUI Goku, it's just double stalling. And every time MUI Goku comes out, he comes out with another gauge. So it's like you don't want to let him sit there and stall the entire time. You kind of got to try to hit this guy, which isn't going to be the easiest thing. 8 God Goku, this great all-arounder unit, AoE green cards, good damage, not the hardest cover null access, gives himself cover null upon landing a card, which can be good in some scenarios, right? Sniper. There's a lot of motherfuckers up here who are not canceling buffs, so if you want to snipe somebody, he has that sniping potential, and he's on a lot of teams. Melee Saiyan, green, no purple units. Bang, bang, bang. Oh, there's no purples here? Alright. Type neutral. Bang, bang, bang. I'm just gonna keep hitting you. Who gives a fuck? If it's a purple unit that wants to sliver out, you know, like Super Saiyan Blue Evil, alright. I guess I'll go type neutral my gauge. I'm type neutral. Who gives a fuck? Bang, 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 bang. You know what I'm saying? Destroys cards on entry, whatever. You know what I'm saying? UMV definitely losing some value here because of the red units, but his kit is still too bullshit. I'm to ignore it. And like 2 of these red units here, like Ultra Hit and Cell, you won't be running into a lot, right? But UMV's kit is still too bullshit. Cancel buffs, Element Noah green card, the 3 guaranteed disrupts, the 50% disrupt with destroys all your strike hands, the sub count lock-ins on entry, the ultimate lock-in, well, the literal lock-in, like you can't go anywhere. You know what I'm saying? Cover no 10 counts on entry. Cover no 10 counts on the green card. Just a lot of bullshit. Just a lot of bullshit. Ultra Hit being red, amazing. Just stares clear of like, just pushes UMV down. He's like one of the radiants that pushes UMV down a bit. Can snipe pretty much anybody. Can also snipe MUI Goku if he's caught lacking. Super tanky, destroys cards. Almost impossible to snipe this guy, so you're gonna have to be rushing this guy. So he's pretty safe from a lot of things. There's not many things in this game. There's not many things that are gonna be sniping him and just destroying him off rip. He has a lot of health, super bulky. It's just really good stuff. Super Saiyan 4 Daima is a slut to his team. Not gonna go back into him. Kaio-Ken Goku, really good early game unit. Can go type neutral for himself and, you know, protect himself against blue units, but kind of a high star merchant. But does great damage against blue units. Can stun units with his green card. Also goes type neutral on the stun. Has endurance on his blue card and Kaio-Ken, which does a lot of fucking damage. So if you want to go go endurance. If you're gonna if you're gonna go type null, pop that blue card in Kaio-Ken, you could kill MUI Goku. Like you can catch MUI Goku lacking and kill him with just a raw blue card, nothing else. So it can kill him easily. Green Vegeta and Cell, just too amazing. Vegeta having good melee stats and being so well paired with the rest of the team. Sorry, with the rest of the game is good. Revival unit with Blast Arm, which is pretty fucking stupid to me. And Darren's no blue cards in transformation state. I forgot to mention that his first blue card is like a nuke. So if MUI Goku gets hit with that blue card, he's pretty much gonna get fucked and die. I think it's like 150 damage inflicted extra when he pops that blue card for the first time. If you lose a clash against Vegeta as MUI Goku dies. 3 sub counts down, just completely obliterates. Like I said, green, that's good for MUI Goku, because MUI Goku is a bullshit unit, and you want a green unit around. And that's like the best green unit you can have here. Cell, ultimate kills, just kill, destruction, disrupt endurance, permanent endurance nullification. So, you know what I'm saying? MUI Goku can activate his endurance on him. He can snipe MUI Goku with his ult. A lot of bullshit. And the MUI Goku is MUI Goku. So, anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. And let me know if you have any thoughts about what I said. And outside of that, this is definitely your boy peacing out. I'll see you later on the flip side. And, till next time.